Welcome to Vital 100 Wellness with Dr. Bob, the podcast designed to take your health to the next level.
What better way to start the day than a rejuvenation in the morning? Hi, this is Dr. Bob Johnson. I am going to make a very special presentation in this podcast today, and that is to go over the ways to rejuvenate your body. In the morning, when you start your day, you wake up, these are very easy ways to really get your body going so you're more productive, you have higher energy. Not only that day, but also it builds from day to day, and you'll see these activities will be amazing over a period of days and weeks and months. So it's important to start the day in a way that is not only easy to do, but also it's going to work on not only your physical appearance and the way you feel, but this is rejuvenation on a cellular level. Now, what's very important is every cell has, we've talked about this, mitochondria. Mitochondria produce the energy. The cells also produce growth hormone and nitric oxide. Nitric oxide really is a critical molecule that is so important for many things, which we'll go over. This was, the nitric oxide was discovered in the 1990s. And in fact, for the people who did the work on it, they got a Nobel Prize for this discovery. Nitric oxide is really what gives us our energy, our circulation. So nitric oxide on a cellular level is going to not only increase the blood vessel size, so you get better circulation. It's going to lower your blood pressure. It's going to give you more energy and better nutrient uptake. And so if you're feeling like you have fatigue throughout the day, if you have you just feel like you're aging and you are not doing so well, that you have more infections, you don't heal as well, these are all indications that your nitric oxide levels are, in fact, decreasing. We now know that by age 40, 60% of our nitric oxide production is reduced. And so as we get older, our blood vessels are not dilated enough. We don't get better circulation. We don't heal as well. We don't have quite as much energy. Our anti-aging mechanisms in our body are not doing as well as, say, when we're in our teens and our 20s. So it's important to realize that these activities, these rejuvenation activities that we're going over, are going to act not only on a physical level, but also on a cellular level to increase the all-important nitric oxide and growth hormone. And you'll also see some other very interesting effects. We'll talk about them from these activities, such as decreasing inflammation, reducing your biologic age, having more energy, normalizing your hormone levels. These are many things that that increasing your growth hormone and your nitric oxide levels with these rejuvenation techniques we're going to talk about are very important. Now, people often say that I don't have the time for my health, but in fact, if you do these things, and we're talking about 10 minutes that you can start out your day, you're going to be more productive, you're going to be more focused, you're going to have higher energy, your cognitive ability is going to improve. So many things are going to improve that 10 minutes or so every morning are going to be remarkable in how you start your day, and will be more than made up. Your productivity will dramatically improve as you do these activities day to day. So let's get started with this 10-minute rejuvenation program that you can do and that are very easy to do. There's really little to no expense in any of this, except for some bonuses we're going to talk about at the end. But these activities are easy to do. You just have to get into the practice of doing them and starting out the day. The first activity that's in this 10-minute rejuvenation program is that of oil pulling. You can take olive oil and or coconut oil and put it in your mouth and swish it around for a minute to 2 minutes, and then spit it out. You don't want to swallow it. You don't want to put it down the sink. It may clog things up. What is oil pulling doing? Oil pulling is going to remove bacteria. It's going to normalize your microbiome in your mouth. It's going to take out toxins. It's going to clean out your sinuses. It's going to clean out any viruses and so forth that are in the throat. And it has a great effect on the eustachian tubes, which will connect the throat to the ears. And so this is going to be wonderful because this increasing the microbiome is going to help you produce more nitric oxide and growth hormone. So that's the first thing, is oil pulling. Very simple to do. Now, the second part of this program is grounding. Grounding is being able to walk, not with shoes, but if you can walk on the earth, if you can walk on sand, bare feet or in socks, that what you're doing is you're being grounded by the earth's energy. What that translates to is that you are getting electrons into your body. And when you get electrons, what you're doing is you are stopping free radical damage in the body. You are actually producing more nitric oxide. You are producing more growth hormone. It's decreasing inflammation. It's improving healing and wound healing. It's improving your immunity. And it's also helping the vagus nerve. I just wrote a blog on the vagus nerve, which normalizes or it balances out the activities in the body and digestion and heart beating and so forth. But grounding is very important. And so if you can indeed get onto the earth and also to walk for 30 seconds or so, that is the second step in this rejuvenation procedure. They also have grounding techniques that you can hook it up to your bed, that you'll be grounding to the earth's energy as long as you're in your bed. So grounding is the next step in this strategy. The third step is that of gratitude, doing some just maybe 30 seconds, a minute, to be able to express and think of things that you're very grateful for, your health, your status of your work, or whatever you're grateful for, that you can, in fact, express it. You can think about how to be so grateful. What this does is it takes away a lot of negative feelings. It decreases cortisol, which is the stress hormone. It also increases nitric oxide, is released more. It helps everything from normalizing blood pressure to normalizing hormones. So the big thing is that it decreases cortisol, the stress hormone, by just taking 30 seconds or a minute to express gratitude for whatever you are grateful for. The next part in the first set of activities in this program is to expose yourself to morning sun. The sun is very good. It helps balance out the melatonin. It really is very good in actually, again, increasing nitric oxide and growth hormone. It's very good for resetting the brain because our brain gets functioning. It kicks in the sympathetic nervous system once your brain starts to wake up, and exposing your skin to the sun. Now, when you're in the winter and you're in cold climates or in the rain, opening the window and actually looking out at the sunlight is very important. But if you can get outside and just for a brief time, 30 seconds or a minute, you can get exposure to the sun, which has not only vitamin D improvement, but also, again, balancing the hormones, nitric oxide and growth hormone. Balancing out the hormones are going to be very important in overall health, especially balancing out the stress hormones. The next part of this rejuvenation program, and we're only about 4 or 5 minutes into this. You can do this very, very quickly. The next is to take a large glass of filtered water, and that's important, not out of a plastic bottle, because that has the phthalates and so forth, microplastics. You want this to be filtered water, and in a large glass of water, you want to put vitamin C. The juice from lemons is the best because that has the phytonutrients. It has so many good nutrient levels in it, as well as vitamin C, which is also very antioxidant, which we need to rejuvenate. And also Celtic sea salt is important to put in this drink. The next part of it is you want to drink this very quickly. What it does is it has a flushing out effect in your body from the toxins that may have accumulated during sleep. It really helps flush out the kidneys. It helps flush out so many things. It provides the electrolytes. That's what the Celtic salt is all about. Electrolytes help all nerve function. It helps the brain. And indeed, this does increase nitric oxide, which is healing on a cellular level. Keep in mind that what you're trying to do is, yes, get the day going very nicely, but you want to see the cumulative effect over weeks and months. And you'll notice this with some of the other things that we're going to talk about. The next part of this program for not only health rejuvenation, but cellular rejuvenation is 3 different exercises, which are very important. They aren't strenuous, but it does improve your overall health, get better circulation, get lymph cleansing in the body. And those 3 exercises are as follows. And you can do the 3 of them in 1 to 2 minutes. It doesn't take that long. The first one is you're going to do squats with your feet about shoulder width apart, and you're going to do squats. These, you can do 5 sets of these. There's about 3 in each set. So you do about 15 squats. The next of the 3 exercise is to have over your head is to simulate raising a barbell. Again, you're going to do 5 sets of about 3 of those. So that's the second one. The third one is you're going to have your feet at shoulder width apart, and you're going to keep the feet on the ground, and you're going to rotate left and right, again, for about another 30 seconds. You're going to rotate left and right, and that will also help get better circulation, get better nitric oxide release, and in fact, this has great growth hormone production capacity. So again, we're now at about, maybe 7 minutes or so, 7, 8 minutes. And for the next 2 or 3 minutes, what's very important is you're going to do some facial massage. Again, what this does is it gets better circulation to the brain. It gets better cleansing. It's going to get better circulation to the skin. And overall to the body, this is going to be great because you will notice a very obvious youthening effect over several weeks and a month or so. And here are the massages you want to do. It's actually a sweeping of the hands, and these are the exercises you're going to do. Again, this doesn't take more than about 2 minutes, and we're approaching about 10 minutes then. So here are the exercises. First of all, what you want to do is you want to put your hand under your jaw and massage forward. And you want to do about 10 or 15 of those, okay? And what that does is that there's a big lymphatic chain, and that'll help get the lymph going and cleansing of the skin, of the brain, of the overall head. And the next exercise is you want to go to your neck and go down, massage down fairly aggressively into the shoulders, okay? And then you want to do that again for about 20 seconds. Next form of this massage is the forehead to be able to massage like this to the sides and maybe up toward the hairline. So those of us who are not as blessed with all the hair we want, that's going to be very important. You don't need to do this if you don't missing hair. I also do this on the top of my head to get better blood circulation and cleansing of the skin there. The next one is you're going to go on the edge of the eyebrows, and you're going to massage toward the nasal, the nose, and then you're going to do the top ones. And again, about 15, 20 seconds of that. And the above and below from the edge of the eyes, below and above. The next one you're going to do is you're going to go on the cheeks, and you're going to do massaging back toward the ear, along the cheekbones. This is actually very important for reducing wrinkles. So those of you who are considering Botox or considering a facelift, do this for several weeks, and you're going to see vast improvements in what you want to correct as far as wrinkles. So that's one. And then the final one you're going to do is you're going to start behind the ears, and you're going to massage down to the neck, down to the collarbone. And you're going to do that for about 30 seconds. Okay? So those all together, you can do those in about 2 minutes. And so those things of oil pulling, grounding, gratitude, you're going to do the morning sun. You're going to look into the morning sun, whether it's through a window or outside. You're going to do the hydration with the Celtic salt and the vitamin C. You're going to do the exercises, the twisting, the raising of the arms, and also the squats that you're going to do. These are all going to be very rejuvenating and increase your circulation and really get you going in the day. Again, the facial massages are going to be good for brain, for cognition, for reducing wrinkles, reducing inflammation, because what you're doing is you're decreasing cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And when you do that, you're going to balance out hormones. You're going to improve nitric oxide, which gives you better circulation as the blood vessels dilate. You're going to get better lymph cleansing. You're going to hydrate. You're going to get from the Celtic salt, you're going to get the electrolytes. And again, this takes 10 minutes. And once you get into the routine, you're going to see some amazing results within a week, within a month, and you're going to just feel so good that you start the day out right. And even if you have to set that alarm clock 10 minutes early, you can do these because it really is going to make your day, your week, your month so much healthier, so much more productive, so much improve the way you feel, your confidence, your way you interact. It's going to improve your mood. It's going to be so many things that are going to improve. And it takes 10 minutes. It takes a little discipline to get into the routine of doing this. Now, I mentioned also that there's a couple of bonuses. Just doing those first activities is going to achieve amazing results. But here's some other things you can do. And you can do them later in the day if you can't do them early in the morning. And that is, first of all, you can do some sprints. Now, it may sound a little bit overwhelming, but sprints could be in running, it could be in cycling, it could be in swimming, it could be in exercising. And what you're going to do is you're going to do 5 times 20-second sprints, and you're going to do this maybe twice a week to be able to do that. This is dramatic improvement of growth hormone, of nitric oxide, and you don't have to, again, sprinting is just a relative term. How fast for you, where you're breathing fairly hard for 20 to 30 seconds and then take 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes before the next one you do. You can do this twice a week, and it's going to have some amazing results on helping you to become younger, be more fit, have more energy, look better, get better sleep, lower your blood pressure. It's improving your cardiovascular system. So many benefits from this, 10 minutes a day, and also the sprints. One final thing that could, actually 2 things that could dramatically improve nitric oxide, growth hormone production, and have all the health benefits. One is red light therapy. You can do this. You can put it on your face. You can put it on the head. You can put it on your body. Take off your clothes, obviously, when you do this. And this is dramatic results to be able to get better circulation, to cleanse the used up cells and the used up hormones in the body. Autonomy is the term for that, is cleansing the body of used up cells, used up hormones, debris which you want to cleanse. And so the red light therapy. Now, this is going to require that you buy a red light technology. It could be several $100s, but it is well worth an investment of that if you indeed value your health. The one final thing can be fairly expensive, and that is a sauna. Sauna is amazing at cleansing your body, at rejuvenating, at being able to cleanse out the toxins and get your skin healthy, increase your nitric oxide and your growth hormone, decrease inflammation, just so many good things with a sauna. Obviously, saunas are going to be a little more expensive, but it's a bonus health advance that is going to improve how you feel overall. So these are the things, these exercises you can do. It basically costs nothing to be able to do these, a little discipline to get into a 10-minute rejuvenation program you can do daily. And the effects, you might not see them for a day or two, although you will have more energy in the day that you start them, but you're going to see a dramatic improvement, the way you look, the way you feel, your energy level, your hormone balance, your healing of certain bruises, that kind of thing, are all going to be dramatically improved with this very simple rejuvenation program, which I've started fairly recently myself. And I can tell you personally that I'm just absolutely blown away by how good a 10-minute investment in my time in the morning actually is. So along with all the other things we talk about with sleep and nutrition and so forth, these are the things that you can do very easily, very effectively, and the amount of benefit you get from this, as well as adding several years to your longevity and having better productivity. You're going to absolutely amaze not only your friends and families, but your coworkers, and being able to show them how simple, how easy, how effective this is going to be in overall health, rejuvenation, and get the cells where all the action takes place. It's in your cells, how your cells are going to rejuvenate and expand and extend to the rest of your body. The tissues, the organs, disease prevention, it's all going to benefit by doing these, as well as other lifestyle changes. So I hope this is helpful. It has been for me, and it's very simple to do. And I encourage you strongly to incorporate this. It takes a little discipline in the beginning. I encourage you strongly to incorporate this in your lives. And once you get into the routine, I would suspect that 1 week you'll have it down pat, that you will be impressed at how the positive effects on your overall health are. Take care. And until my next podcast, I hope you enjoy the journey.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Vital 100 Wellness with Dr. Bob. Be sure to visit our website at vital100wellness.com for more ways to listen and to explore additional health resources. If you have any questions for Dr. Bob or feedback and suggestions for the podcast, you can email us at info@vital100wellness.com.